Hello, my name is V Sin, and this is a snapshot of Final Fantasy X-2 HD Remaster. Now, normally, the game came... Okay, first of all, the game came out on March the 18th, 2014 for the PlayStation Vita and PlayStation 3. And normally, it is sold as a X-2 package. Both games together. However, I'm still only going to do X-2 because I want to provide perspective from someone who has not played 10. Yes, that's actually what I'm doing here. So, as a forward, I have minimal Final Fantasy experience. My first Final Fantasy was 13. My second one was A Realm Reborn. And this is my third one. So, I've got a very strange perspective on this. However, I have played a whole bunch of other JRPGs, so it's not as though I have no conventions either. This is mostly exploring what you get out of X-2, basically. So this is a save file. I've been playing around 10 hours total. The save file says 9 hours, but you can see there are 9 hours, 3 minutes, but I've been fooling around for about 10 hours, trying a whole bunch of different things. So first of all, menus. The usual thing is config. Things you need to be aware of. Sphere changes, normal, short, off. That basically just shortens the sphere change animation, which can be extremely long, especially if you go through many battles. I would suggest turning it off. It'll automatically show you new sphere changes anyways, regardless of the off state. ATB mode and ATB speed, these are ATB wait will only pause while you are selecting your target, while just navigating through the menus in combat doesn't pause anything. ATB speed is just overall battle speed, how quickly the time battle gauge recharges. This increases or decreases the speed of the overall fight. Cursor, it's QRL, battle help, subtitle names. Guide map. With guide map, what it does is it shows a mini map in the top left corner that displays the layout of the pathing, basically. That is a good thing if you don't want to get lost, but it does manage to trivialize certain sections of the game by making it abundantly clear that, hey, you know this hidden path? Well, actually, it's not hidden at all. It'll do it for a couple things. It's not too bad if you leave it on, and it does simplify it somewhat, but in other parts it can be annoying. Now, I'm going to skip. Items is items. Just various items, healing items, stat regen items, all that good stuff. White magic is a shortcut menu that you use to heal your party by using someone's white magic. Equipment, you change your equipment. I'm going to go into garment grids here, though. Garment grids are one of the two major systems, being garment grids and dress spheres combined. Basically, what the system does is it lets you change between various different classes while you are in combat. Let's take a look at the Downtrotter grid, for example. You can see on the right side, there is that triangle sort of shape with 3 icons. The ones I have equipped so far are Warrior, Thief, and Psychic. Now, you can also see the green icon, the red icon, and the yellow icon. They're slightly glowing. You can look at the information section, where it says that equip Gravity Eater, Gravity Strike next to the green, next to the red is use Demi, and then next to all 3 is double HP. What that means is that when you switch spheres from... it's a little tricky to explain. Basically, pretend that I'm the top sphere, Warrior, and I want to switch to the bottom left, Thief. What happens is that when you travel along that line, you pass through the green. The green activates Gravity Strike, meaning that when you make a switch, it performs Gravity Strike. That's basically how it goes. Similarly, if I were to pass through the red from Warrior going to Psychic, then it would use Demi. What it would essentially do is it would activate the skill Demi for use on my character for the rest of the battle. And if you pass through all 3, then it automatically doubles your HP. It's a little bit tricky to explain. Might make more sense in combat, but it does loan itself to a lot of customization. Let's take a look at abilities too. So let's go into Black Mage. So you can see here, Black Mage, you have 4 abilities at the top, all mastered. Those are the default ones that come with the Black Mage. What you have down here, though, is Fyra. You can see that it is highlighted. You can see the little glowing yellow bit, as well as 37 out of 40. What happens is that as you use a class dress sphere over and over again on a character, they will gradually gain skill points, and they will gradually learn more and more skills. If I, for example, wanted to learn focus instead of Fyra, though, select this, it will say will learn focus, and the skill points will go to focus instead. But I just feel like learning Fyra, so I'm going to learn Fyra. Oops. There we go. Get out of here. Accessories, just browse accessories, browse dress spheres. Creatures, creature creator. This is an additional feature, but basically what you can do is you can catch creatures out in the wild with a creature catching system. Then add customizations such as adding additional skills or adding additional passives and stuff, increasing their stats, etc. And you can do that. I believe that is one of the new features in the HD Remaster, although I could be wrong. Party member allows you to change between party members when you go into combat. And that's about it. Creature creator is over here, over by Shinra. I'm going to go into that at the end of the video. Okay, before I even start the mission, I'm going to say this right now. Final Fantasy X spoilers. There are going to be a lot of them. I tried doing a few side missions just to see, okay, can I do side missions to change it up? I tried them, and the side missions take upwards of 20-30 minutes to complete on their own, and you can't get out of them. So I'm just going to do a story mission. Only takes me around 10-15 minutes. Shouldn't be too long. But I have to warn you, Besaid Island, you're going to... Like, the first person I talk to is going to be a massive spoiler for Final Fantasy X. I already know that, even though I haven't played Final Fantasy X, because screw the last decade of everyone spoiling Final Fantasy X on the internet. Alright, so normally what happens is you go into this map, you can go into various parts of the world. There may or may not be missions there, for example, Mihen High Road. There is a mission here that I've already completed. There's also Besaid Island, which I'm going to go to. This is a story mission. You can tell it's a story mission because on the list it is labeled as hotspot. So that's what's going on with this. So I'm just going to go straight into this. Again, spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. I'm going to try to skip back past as much dialogue as I can in order to avoid spoilers, but you're going to get them. So normally it's like, hey, bad stuff happened in Besaid Village. What do you do? Well, first of all, there are a couple things. You can follow the NPCs around. For example, you saw that one of the NPCs from your ship ran into here. You can also just run around the town. There's a vendor over to the left. There's a few people you can chat to over on the right. But here we go. You walk into here.
The fiends? They're coming from... But it's all right. Waka and the others fought them off. Luckily, no one was hurt.
Guess your friendly neighborhood gullwings won't be needed.
Any fiends they missed may still be wandering around. Waka and the rest split up to track them down. Give them a hand.
The gullwings are on the job. We'll even give you our special bargain price.
That's nice.
Sorry, Lulu.
That's okay. It's all right. Now go. Take a look around. People in the village will feel better knowing you're here, Yuna.
I mean, that doesn't spoil too many events in either 10 or 10-2, but just the fact of Lulu standing there is a massive spoiler. Just saying. Also, this particular section, because it's a story section, it has a ton of cutscenes. I'm going to skip past as many of these as I can. Alright, let's just head over here and we'll get started and we'll get into some combat. So head over to the temple, run over here. Now let's actually show you some real cutscenery.
Waka's inside, fighting fiends. It would be so simple to burn this place down and take the fiends with it. Praying to them never did anyone any good. You're the one who destroyed Sin. You should know. Going to help him? I won't wait much longer.
You want to see it burn that badly?
It's for the safety of the village.
And mission start. So basically just purge fiends from the temple. It's one of the story missions, so you're gonna run into quite a few of these little cutscenes. Just head down here. Let's get into a random battle first. Oops. Ah, damn camera changes. There we go. One random battle coming right up. This is the way battles work. Basically, it is a real-time system, as mentioned previously. You can get into these fights. In this case, I'm ambushed, so I start with an empty bar. You just pick various abilities. You can attack. You have this trigger-happy thing where you can mash R repeatedly. As soon as she finally decides to... There we go. Oh, and the battle's already over before the skill even went off. Fuck. That is one of the gripes I have with the system. I wish I could show you more, but it appears as though everyone just cheesed the thing. But basically, one of the problems I have with the system is that skills, they have the usual casting delay. Okay, fine. But then they take a while, and then they wait. It's like, oh, I don't really feel like going off right now, but I do feel like going off later. And it's like, what the hell is going on? Why won't you just go off when it's time to go off? Seriously. Oh well, let's just try to get into another random battle first. Get some explaining to do and tank a few hits in the process, but whatever. Alright, let's do the dress sphere system first. Press L, you get into this menu. In this case, you can pick which class you want to use. I can switch her over to Warrior. You can also use various skills like so, just pick. Again, you can see that as soon as I go into this mode, even though you saw him use Thundara, I can sit here forever now. And I can just pick on the level, give him a nuke. I can also use certain abilities like Sentinel, which increases my defense. Let's use an actual trigger happy this time. There we go. Now that one actually worked. Alright. That battle's over because these guys are severely overwhelmed for this story mission, so yay. Okay, let's change some classes around real quick. Oops, not abilities. What am I doing? No. No, not garment grids either. How come I can't read the word equip? Damn it. Let's switch to white mage. Alright, recover by item. Let's head over here. More cutscenes. Skip. Because story, that's why. Even though there's still another cutscene. Little section over here. And then we'll get into the boss fight. And I can't skip this cutscene now, but whatever. Now here's a boss.
An Aeon?
No, something's not right.
Waka, stay back! It's not safe!
Alright, boss fight time. Power break, magic break, and just pray repeatedly, I think. Power break. Okay, pray again. Just spam this out a couple times just to quickly debuff the boss. You know what, let's do a scan of the boss. Switch to gun mage real quick. And let's do a scan. Scan the boss down. Ah, damn it! In the middle of an energy ray, go me. Everyone takes 300 damage, yay. Now scan. Scan is specific to gun mage, you can see various statistics. Now the first Aeon to answer Yuna's call. Get the health. It's just immune to gravity and all negative debuffs, but whatever. Let's change the black mage. Real quick. Because then that lets me spam Cura on a class that is not a white mage, thanks to my sphere grid. Because it's awesome like that. And then now just spam fire. Boss attacks. Why? Why are you so mean to me? Chain 2. Mind Fire. Cura spam. Because Cura spam. Power Break. Sword Play. Magic Break. Heal everyone real quick. Black Magic. Fire. There we go. Learn Fire in the middle of battle. Get Magic Break, just so I don't take too much damage. Armor Break. Attack. Another Fire. Right before an Energy Blast. Awesome. Well, hopefully he doesn't do this twice in a row or I'm going to lose the battle instantly. Nah, just kidding. I'll only lose Yuna and then use a Phoenix Jam and then bleed to death slowly. Which is annoying, but whatever. Use those attacks. Cura spam. MP drains. I hate those. Alright. Spam a few more attacks. And this is a fairly standard boss where they just spam AoEs. Some of the bosses have stuff like status effects, RNG, insta-kills, and stuff like that, so. Alright, like magic again. Shouldn't go down so hard. Yep. The X-2 debuffs. If I don't debuff him, then I take like 500 damage from that attack, which is a pain in the ass. And there you go, boss down. Look at this, that I'm severely overleveled for this boss actually, so whatever. And of course, end of battle screen, get all the stat and the gil and all that good stuff. But
That was my very first Aeon. I grew up here in Besaid. This is my home. I became a summoner here. This is where I first met you. I have to protect this place.
Yuna.
The job's done.
I see. Glad to see you're not hurt. Or are you? Aren't you going to be a father soon? What if something had happened to you? What then?
Quiet, meanie!
It's okay. What can I say? He's got a point.
Waka.
If we die trying to save one memory, we risk losing them all.
But what if it's a really important memory?
Yeah, memories are nice, but that's all they are. It's an outbed saying, yeah?
Well, yeah, but...
I don't know, maybe you can tell by the content of that cutscene, but this game is a little bit funny. It sort of, sometimes it assumes that you all have already played 10, and at other times it pretends that you haven't played 10. It's really weird when it makes the back referencing. It's really weird like that, and I don't know why the plot is structured like that. If you remember right at the start of this scene too, the friendly neighborhood gull wings, sometimes it's being quirky, other times it's being more serious, like this section here. It really bounces between quirky and serious at random or at very jagged intervals. Like jagged intervals, I feel is the right word to use here. It's just like dung 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 dung. Yeah, the sound effect didn't help, did it? But still, it really bounces around at times. All right, enough of that. Now let's take a look at the creature creator, and then we'll round this thing up, shall we? So head over here to Shinra. Talk about the creature creator. Now, trap creature. This is the way you gain creatures. Basically, you obtain various different trap pods, mostly through doing creature tournaments, but occasionally you will get them through the story. So what you do is, first of all, you pick one of the locations. All the locations are available at all times, but you obviously have to have played through them to know what's going on, or looked up on a guide. I'm going to pick the Mi'ihin High Road, and I'm going to use a Trapod SP just to show you what's going on. Trapod SP, what it does is it lets you pick a particular species, and then you try to find a monster of that type. For the other ones, what it'll do is it'll randomly pick an S-size creature of this species. S-size creature from this location. Random medium-sized, random large-sized creature. In this case, I'm going to pick a Machina there. I could also place more additionally, but just to simplify things, I'm only going to put one. Press R to round up. Go into here. What did I get? And I got a Machina Ranger. Allow him to the gold rings. Yay. And his name shall be V-Sin, because why not? Alright. That's good. And let's get out of here for a second. Basically, you can keep setting more trap pods and finding more creatures. Obviously, the number of trap pods you have determines how many creatures you can find at any given moment, but still. Develop creature. What this does is it actually puts you straight back into the regular menu. You have to then go all the way down to creature. Then go to your creature and then go, okay, items and accessories. Items and accessories, what these do is they allow you to increase the stats of the creature as well as teach them various abilities. So for example, if I go into accessories, I go into the circlet, and go, not circlet, wristband. What I can do is, you can see on the right, I can then teach them power break. You can also see though that cure goes dark. If I'm not mistaken, that means that it ends up disabling cure in the process, or it could just be that I'm being a moron about it. Either way, I'm going to give him a wristband. 2 wristbands, he learns power break. Yay. Oh, wait. Oh, cure is something else completely different. You can also do the same thing with items. I'm being an idiot about this. Sometimes I haven't explored this feature too much. I'm going to just feed them various items and increase their stats and stuff. Creature history. This is, if you use a creature often enough, you will eventually gain their history. So for example, if I go into Chocobo Eater, you can see I have 5 different story levels. And I got a trophy for that. Yay. This little cutscene. Oh, I accidentally released him. Go me. Did I? Oh, did I accidentally release the creature? Hmm. And just take the trap pod, and that's about it. Also, yeah, I did end up releasing him in the process, but still. You can also go into the Fiend Arena, but this is basically just a whole bunch of random battles. I don't think I need to show you this. Yeah, let's just show you it. Even though I'm probably going to lose in the first round because I don't have very good creatures. Let's just organize the team first. Again, this opens up the regular menu. You have to go all the way back down to party members. And then just... In this case, I'm just going to slot in a whole bunch of random creatures. Level 3 elemental. He's going to get his ass kicked so hard, but still, whatever. Yeah, let's change this to Domtrotter, Dress Sphere. There we go. Goonda Warrior. Alright. Let's get out of here. I'll show you a random battle. Basically, these are AI-controlled battles. I'm going to do Standard Cup. And I'll just automate the battle. I'm going to skip past a little intro bit here. But first of all, let's start the battle and I'll show you what's going on. In this case, you can press square. It'll show you just all the little matchups. I'm going to get into your battle. These are completely AI-controlled. What you can do is you can influence the outcome of these battles, though, by changing the AI. So, for example, I want it to be more aggressive. Use the right stick and tap it to the right, and it'll make the creatures more aggressive. In this case, you can see that they're using quite a few more attacks. Oh, yay. Accuracy of a toaster. Also, the elemental was far too low on levels, so he just died instantly. Come on. There we go. We're past the first round. Yay! Onwards to the next round, where I will probably lose horribly. Skip these cutscenes again. Into the next round. Up against another Machina. Joust. Let's go a little bit more defensive. Although that isn't going to change much because of their skill set. Oh, yay! Good, Mr. Goon. You cast Cure. I'm going to go in a slightly tankier stance. If I put it down by 1, then there's a chance that they'll just start bailing. There you go. Got 1 down. Come on, Mr. Goon. Heal again, please. Yay, healing. All out aggressive now. Alrighty. Also, if they live through it, then you can see they just gain a ton of XP right away. As well as you also get little stat items and stuff, so yay. Oh man, Forest Watch. These guys are gonna cream me. Because one of them just kind of hits like a bloody truck. Alright. Come on, load. There we go. Go slightly defensive. Mr. Goon just got brutalized right there. Alright. There we go. Now Cure goes off. Let's see if I can get past this. Because almost every other team combo I've done has gotten murdered by this guy. Goons down. Barrier shift. Let's see if I can get past him. Alright. Go with slight more aggression. I'm doing a pretty good chunk of damage. Oh, did I get him? I got him! Yes! And that's basically how tournaments work. Just random battles that you can do with your monsters. You can also do it with your main cast and do it manually, but what's the fun in that? And now my white elemental is higher level. And it's just, yay, you are the winner of the tournament. You just get more items. Sweet, X potion 4. Alright. And that's, well, a summary of most of the game features in a nutshell. Let's go into some verdicts here. First and foremost, gameplay. What do I think of the gameplay? Because overall, I would say that this is a more old-fashioned game, you know, because it's a HD remake of a 10-year-old game, in the sense that it doesn't automatically direct you in certain directions, it doesn't try to force things down your throat, yet at the same time, puzzles and fights aren't super complicated. Okay, most of it revolves around find things so you can get into more places. That's how most of the puzzles go, basically. Some of them include, like, find the right things and other parts like that. But overall, it's still a very fun and very soundly designed game. In terms of game design, it stands the test of time, and to the point where I would say, if you were to buy the H3 Remaster pack for only 10-2, I think it would be still worth your time completely. In terms of story, though, it's really hit and miss, and I would more accuse it of being inconsistent, not so much incoherent as inconsistent. Like, it doesn't really transition well between the silly and the serious. It really doesn't. It'll just simply, oh, time to flip a switch, now it's time to be silly, now it's time to be serious. Like, really? But, so the story also, I've heard a lot of things from 10 fans that they really hate the story because it craps on the plot developments and stuff. And that I have no perspective on, although that's worth considering. It's also worth considering that if you were to be an idiot like me and play 10-2 first, you would get spoiled on a lot of the developments that happen in 10. But overall, would I recommend this game? Yes. The naysayers really are too jaded by the plot, because the gameplay elements are still extremely solid, and even this many years later, a whole frickin' decade later, it still stands up to the test of the time. It's also worth noting that included in the 10-2 data is 10-2 Final Mission. I have not played it because I haven't gone through 10-2. Basically, that's just an epilogue to 10-2 with extra missions and stuff like that. Worth considering. Also in the menu section, there is a credits and extra music, so they call it, but it's more of an extra cutscene slash artwork kind of being shown in the background, but not really, and a bit of dialogue and something. It's nothing too much, but you will see both those options when you boot the game up. I haven't shown it in this video, so just be warned about those features exist. So TLDR, this is still a very solid game in terms of gameplay. But even with my limited experience, I cannot call this story particularly great. My name has been VSin. Thanks for watching.